we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Denver Broncos. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25. This is J.K. Dobbins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercising before this one, and they're paying off.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
To throw is Nix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now fall incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap, because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
And he will have the Broncos first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
At the 44-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. He targets Ingram for another grab. Still fighting for more. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play, because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
But that call makes sense, because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
For Kidder here, it's complete. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices,
Adam Prentice, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, so get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And it's a pretty good return here as we'll get this up to the 29. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete, left side to Worthy. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Hey, 43, 43. Attack, attack.
44-yard line.
Attack, attack.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. If you look at this Bronco defense, right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Xavier Worthy, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Nix to the air. They set up the screen for Dobbins. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. Open man is Waddle, complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. These 2 teams all tied after 1. On 4th down, out is the rookie 6th-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to punt. As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Walker now on 1st and 10. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas, and a touchdown. Ken Walker, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's George Karlaftis greeting him behind the line with a big stop. The Broncos at 500, sitting at 5-5. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Nick's going to keep this himself. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now they'll change things up. Here's Nix. And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time. We ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Nix once more. Throw right side. Going to be caught here by Waddle. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that are pulled.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The kick by Lutz is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
All right, let's give the kicker some credit here because he didn't let the inaccurate snap phase him whatsoever. Trusted his holder to get the ball down in time, stuck to his routine, and somehow found a way to put the ball through the uprights.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now here's Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. The penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. And when you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. It just steals away every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Gain of 8 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
43, 42, 57, 57 colors, 57 colors.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 58 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Hey, 15, 15, 15.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
Another Kansas City Chiefs.
When Mahomes sees something, he'll change the play. That one caught by Rice. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Got a man and he hits him in stride. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. And now they'll shift things around.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Hey, 57, 57, 57. Hey, 57, 57 colors, 57 colors.
And again, it's Mahomes. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
11 yards for number 11.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, here's Nix. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Walker. And some room to work. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Kansas City.
Kenneth Walker, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, look at the juke. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 66 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Throwing Nix. Touchdown! Cortland Sutton, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all the way out just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Yellow, yellow. Yellow.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That is caught. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now Mahomes going to shift him around. Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Mahomes now to throw. That ball caught. It's Rice. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and goal, Kansas City.
Yellow.
Here's Walker. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Yellow, yellow.
Now they send a man in motion right. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
16. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, here's Nix. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over here up near the 40. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time. But now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 61 yards. And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Broncos 16.
After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. 110 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First down. First and 10 at the 40.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And the Chiefs are going to get it. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. They're going. It's Nix. He'll try to do it himself. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Now inside the 25. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, it will make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 33.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point. But being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Again, it's Walker. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. But 207 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing right here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Yellow. Don't let him get there.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Kansas City, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they will finally get an extra week to heal up a bit as they will get the late bye in Week 12. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I learned to swim from all your burnt bridges. Say you're the poet and the prophet, but you never saw me coming. Always starving for attention, and I got the kind you wanted, and it's killing you now. You wanna spin it around, but the truth's still the truth. Nothing you can do. I feel it in my bones. Won't bring me down, no, not even close. Go ahead and throw your stones, but you can't stop this. You can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. I had a dream, and now I live it. Ain't it a gift to know it's God-given? I'm not gonna waste it. Stop wasting your breath. Stop speaking in whispers. Say that with your chest. I feel it in my bones. Won't bring me down, no, not even close. Go ahead and throw your stones, but you can't stop this. You can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. You won't break me, I won't back down. I just can't shake this feeling like I'm up so high. I got no doubt this life ain't got no ceiling like. You won't break me, I won't back down.